where the drive will start.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
They run straight ahead with Blue. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second and 7.
Ready?
A quick toss into the hands of Lamb. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Some tell me to get out of
Pickup
the
of 14 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Get it? Mustang 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
To throw is Daniels. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Throwing on second down. Daniel. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
A gain of 11.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, smash. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, ready?
A give. Here comes Blue. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop.
At the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 9.
Panther 11. 70 Rangers. 70. Hey, check that. Check that. Street. Street. Ready?
Throwing is Daniel. That's into the hands of Jaden Blue. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I knew.
11 yards on the connection there. First down, Baltimore.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready.
From the 39, here's a first and 10.
Come on. Come on. Set.
They'll throw with Daniels. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Go.
Straight ahead, it's Blue. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Here's Daniels. Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
19 tight.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's taken in. He's going to have a Raven down as the defense nowhere to be found. They picked up 20 on 4th down.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing now, Daniel. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here we go, here we go. Buffalo, Panther 18, Panther 11, Panther, big Lion. Let's go.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the
What's up,
advantage,
G?
but you want to
Hold
continue
on.
to apply pressure.
Yeah.
Can you score
Hold
every
on.
time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
You said what?
Back to it now after that made
Are you
field
good?
goal.
I'm
Here's Luke
interested.
to kick this one away.
Hell no.
This is fielded inside the 5. And
You
that's
already
well
know
done
mental
by the
days
kicking
is
team,
always
who's
needed.
only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
What the hell your ass up to?
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in.
Everything all
They're
right?
going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
First down. A gain of 60
Hey, man, you're
yards.
up.
First down, Browns.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. Somebody moved early up front.
One thing I got to tend to the Bible other than that, nothing, bro. Some players brag ass.
He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. He's got it.
No, this Browns team, that Cardinals league, that Cardinals
Until he
league
gets
over
inside
with.
the 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed
Oh
one
yeah,
as
nigga, I ain't
well.
played the game in that thing.
36
I ain't played the
yards.
Cardinals game in that thing, and I don't know how
He'll come
long,
up
man.
here, 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Moving outside the pocket. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
If they let it go through his hand, it's supposed to go into mine. Look at
The
that.
defense, because think like they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10.
Bro, I threw it to the wrong nigga. I was trying to throw it to the running back down low.
Up by Savon Revel.
I threw it straight to the post corner. I was trying to throw it, but I pressed square when it was really triangle.
I think this is one of those those interceptions, Mike, that when the ball left his hand, he simply just didn't even see the corner. And now they're playing what they call cover 3. So that corner, he's responsible for the deep outside third of the field. And he's just playing in space, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he just threw it right to him.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Second down, they need 7.
Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
79 Broncos.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Returnable for his own 4. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
What do you think it is?
This is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw.
That nigga, he threw it right to Raekwon Smith.
Picked off by Raekwon Smith.
Like, you know when you're throwing the ball, but you get hit and they let that bitch just fly out.
Late in the game,
That's been all season.
Turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game,
I got my dog, his X Factor, so.
Less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire and the other team's able to capitalize.
My rookie receiver had a trade game last week I forgot about, but they simmed that bitch.
This placed in the back of the landing zone.
My rookie, Xavier Thomas.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Yeah, cause he been cleaning, he been killing it. I really ain't been feeling Madden. I don't know what it is. I ain't been feeling it. I had my games here and there, then it'd be like,
Right back to the air following that pick 6. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big play for the Browns. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 2nd and 10.
oh.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. Good coverage there in the end zone. And is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
They put Pickens in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. He'll look to throw. Now he'll work his way out right. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Browns.
Yeah.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns are able to edge a bit closer.
31. Browns 20.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Come on, I be needing that one nigga right there who got the pop. Extra pop, nigga. Pop. Snap, pat, pop him, nigga.
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Okay, break. Get it. Pass the 60.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
On the ground, it's Blue. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. It'll stop it with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
One final chance for this defense. And here's 3rd down.
69.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete.
Oh, my mama, that's a pick.
And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there.
That's such a pick.
Mark him a yard short.
That's such a pick.
Timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down.
Ready, go.
They'll go. It's Blue. 1st down and more inside the 20.
And we'll let you get it. He got the 1st down. Let him get the touchdown.
Extend the lead here in the final minute of play. On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
38. Browns 20.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. They're going to be back up now to start this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
back to the air once more on second down. And for a third
I never seen a nigga just get
he's
cold so
intercepted.
much. Oh, nah.
And he won't be able to take it all the way
Never
in,
seen
but
a
that is
nigga
great return. And
throw a
they
nigga
are
so
set
hard.
first and goal.
Ain't
And
open.
that should be the
Back.
final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort
From
of
his
comeback.
stick in your quarterback, you run that ball.
Big throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
Second and goal.
Red, ready.
He'll step up and run. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. But things are pretty much spoken for.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now third and goal.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal.
Lions, ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That is a dream scenario. The offense hands the ball first and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Here we go on the return from the 1. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Okay, ready.
Here we go. One final play. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Savon Revel. And the Ravens are going to come up with the late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL.